Narcissism is a real thing.
A few moments later.
This was his way of disarming me because now I cannot own anywhere in the United States. And I remember specifically watching his story, and suddenly now he owns a pew-pew. Because what they want to do now is he's going to possibly pretend as if I'm provoking him and use that as like, oh, she previously was someone who violated me. And that's a way that they can unalive you.
What is she talking about?
Prepare yourselves, for today, Lord Destro has a chilling lesson in love, loss, and latex. Never dive, my friends, into the depths of Tenderloin without the mighty shield of the gold-plated Magnum. Picture this, a vengeful ex, fueled by fury, ready to unleash her wrath on any man who dares to move on, eyes set on dismantling his fresh start. This is no ordinary woman. She lives by the code of blood in, blood out, demanding a life for a life. There is no I'm leaving the gang here. No, sir. You either pay the ultimate price or forever watch your back. I'll leave the link above if you missed part 1 of this saga.
Today I had child support court with my athlete baby daddy, but today he found out that me and his 2 children are currently living in a homeless shelter. Also today he found out that one of his sons has autism. To somehow get some sort of relief, financial relief. He's claiming that he's not making any money and he can't help financially at all, but I'm getting confused by his social media because he'll show himself wearing designer clothing, he'll show himself wearing diamond chains, he'll show himself traveling, he'll show himself being on a private jet, getting like black trucks and all this stuff, going to strip clubs. The reaction to him was very surprising because he was pretending to be so, oh my God, yeah. My question is like, what did you think was gonna happen if you refused to help a woman who has twins? Like, what did you think was gonna happen? But then you have to remember, narcissists, they have a mask on, like they're acting. Their whole entire thing is them acting.
Come on, man. She's practically wearing a mask made up of makeup. The irony is wild. This is projection at its finest. She's the real narcissist here. Inflated sense of self-importance? Check. Lack of empathy? Check. Neglecting her own kids? Check. Constantly seeking validation? Hello, TikTok followers? Big check. I mean, honestly, it's like she's ticking every box in the narcissist starter pack. These women bring men to court to destroy them, with absolutely no regard on how the court's impact might affect the overall wellness of the child. However, whenever the court does not play along with her plan, she instantly transforms into the victim. Here is the harsh truth. You must defeat her in court and keep as much money out of her hands as possible, for she will just spend the money on frivolous items. You must find alternative ways to feed income to your kids. Any channel where she is not the middleman.
So that was an experience today. But yeah, now for all the people that kind of check out my page, maybe for the future people that he dates, the mother of his children are him and me and the children. We're currently living in a homeless shelter. And I'm not going to be here forever. I know that this is just a starting point for me. I had to lose everything, I guess, to, get everything back. I'm not really happy with how everything turned out because now it's court ordered for him to see them without me being there.
Okay, cue the he's a danger to his kids false narrative.
And I have to be petrified that he's going to cause physical harm to my children and pretend that it's an accident.
At this point, she's a walking, talking false accusation. Imagine trying to teach your kid how to ride a bike or throw a baseball with that kind of pressure hanging over your head. In cases like this, sometimes it's easier to give her custody, pay what the court orders, and keep your peace. After all, if one of her accusations stick, you could end up behind bars, and both of you could wind up on the streets. And how exactly is that supposed to help your kids?
So for everybody who's like kind of checking in on me, when you see that person posting that he's going to movie premieres and he moves to the ocean and he's flexing that he's on the ocean, yeah, you have 2 children that live in a homeless shelter. and that are on public assistance while you are flexing your diamond chain from your jeweler. Yeah. Thanks. Love ya.
24 hours later.
So now I have to be afraid that he's going to hurt me or my children. And they're going to be like, oh, she's lying. Oh, she's lying. If I'm lying, then why did it take so long for you to financially support your children? Why is it that you could fly to Miami? Why is it that you could fly to California, to New York, to Dubai, but you couldn't simply drive to Dallas to see your children? Why couldn't you simply just knock on the door? You knew where I worked. You knew where I lived.
So you're on social media saying you're terrified that this man will cause you and your children physical harm, but yet you're simultaneously asking why he did not come to your home and job to see you and his kids. This woman is pure evil. Let us all pour out some libations for our fellow Cobra brothers, tangled in this sort of drama. No man, not even Duke or Snake Eyes, deserve this brand of psychological warfare.
It's all a game. And the reason why I'm saying this is because just in case something does happen to me, this is the evidence that the whole entire time, this was all planned out. There's actually a text message that he has from a very long time ago when the pandemic, where he literally said, I'm going to get the kids taken away from you because you're an unfit mother. Meanwhile, I'm pregnant, living in my 2-bedroom apartment that I paid for by myself, taking care of my life and my situation, running my business. And the first time that I went to Houston and had a fun night with my friends, and the boys were like maybe a year old, someone randomly called CPS on me saying that I was snorting sugar, booger sugar, and drinking and doing things in front of my children. So when he said that to me, whenever I was pregnant, every single month that I went to my doctor checkup, I got a drug test because I knew that he was going to bring up that I was like some drug head or something like that. This is all punishment because I rejected him. This is all punishment because I refuse to be with him. I don't want to be with someone who's going to make me feel the way that he feels, on top of him not supporting his children.
Let us look upon this casualty of hypergamy. You thought that you could do better, but
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
if she really cared about these kids, she would give up custody to the father. But we all know how that story ends. But wait a minute. You didn't smash the bell and press the like button. Blasphemy. And although you will never be worthy of a monarch such as myself, Lord Destro would suggest that you poor fools at least give oligarchy a try. So be Lord Destro has spoken.